And we are live here at Lime Rock Park in Lakeville, Connecticut for the second road course of the season that the Blazer Sim Racing AMSOIL Truck Series guys are going to visit. And, man, you know, there's a lot of races that I still wish I was out on track. This is not one of them. I'm Joshua Coppernoll. I'm joined by Jonathan Parker. John, well, you know, you've raced a couple races this season. This is one that you did not even consider circling on the calendar.
Nope.
I mean, just what are these guys going to have to deal with here tonight, as it is a road course?
Honestly, I've never seen this place before. I mean, so if any of these guys are like me, beyond just obviously the trickiness of a road course. I mean, it's a pretty short road course, only being 1.5 miles long. They got to do a lot of learning on the fly because this is not a track that normally you really see on most league schedules. It's not one that a lot of people drive. So just learning the track, not driving over your head, and then just doing all your normal, not money shifting and not locking up your tires every once in a while.
And, you know, in some ways it might be a little bit of a surprise, but in other ways it's not a surprise that Tristan Maher is fastest on the board right now. But I don't know if this is just a glitch or what, but he's missing his entire nose on that number 3 truck. Now, Tristan, he is a really good road course racer. He's won the last couple Charlotte Roval races that we visited. Struggled a little bit at some of the other road courses, so that's why I kind of say it's not a surprise, but it is a surprise that he's up front here, P1 in practice for this Lime Rock race.
Yeah, he needs a good run in the worst way. It's been such a tough season for him. He's been caught up in so much carnage that hasn't been his fault. And you know, some seasons everyone's got to fill up the middle to the bottom of the point sheet. And but the good thing with this system is you get a win and all that's erased. So I know obviously he should have this one circled. So good at these road courses, and I know he's got the racecraft to back it up.
Speaking of being really good at road courses, Brett Bennett, he is really good at road courses in road cars. He's currently 14th on practice in this session right here, and you know, struggling a bit, but I do want to give him a shout out. Him and Brian C. Smith this morning started the 12 hours of Sebring. It was a 3 a.m. start time, which for some reason I decided to participate in, with my teammate being Traver Burns, who is actually right behind Brett on track. Let me tell you, I had bought the track after NAOR went off air last night. I had zero rain experience. I didn't even know what Sebring looked like. I know it's a famous track, and so I'm probably going to get flack from that, not knowing what Sebring looks like. But I had to learn not only how to drive Sebring, but to drive Sebring in the rain and get used to the rain, because rain became something in iRacing. No rain in the forecast for tonight's race, but let me tell you, it was challenging, but we didn't finish last in our class. We wrecked out. Actually, Traber found a way to netcode with the wall.
Ooh, that's fun.
I have it recorded. It's a little. It was weird, but Traber and I actually, that didn't even ruin our race. We both ruined our car 2 separate times going into the same corner, which I don't know what corner it is, but let me tell you, you get into the wet. You come in just very fast in there, hit the brakes, locks up, and very, very short runoff into the wall. I hit it going 24 miles an hour, and the car was destroyed. So I kind of poked the wall, but you're not good. This is why I'm not out on track. I'm not good at road courses. But anyway, Brett Bennett, Brian C. Smith, they won their 12-hour event at Sebring. Congrats to them. I actually was watching them after my race was over, and Brad hadn't even gotten in the car yet. Brian had been driving for like 2.5 hours straight. and he was really tired. This was at 5 in the morning, coming to 6 in the morning, so none of us really had much sleep. But Tristan Maher, first on practice. Nathan Fuller, second. Second Moreno, Cameron Caldwell, both really good at road courses, third and fourth. And Zachary Wareham is fifth. 27 seconds left in practice. We're not going to give our picks to win until after qualifying.
I think that's pretty fair.
For two reasons. There's not enough time, because I was rambling
that's okay.
before we get into qualifying. And two, I want to see where people are going to qualify at first. So
I think that's fair. Such a wild card. We've never seen any of us driving a road course like this. I think it's pretty fair that we at least get to see qualifying first.
And I think as the checkered flag is flying, I think that any driver that has driven officials and road courses, starting with the Mazdas, most likely has driven this track. I have, like, twice.
I'm a loser and haven't driven it.
Well, I've got my B-class road license, and starting here off in the rookie class. It's one that you're more likely to see, but it's still not guaranteed.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm an oval guy, so unless if I race ARCA, I think ARCA goes here, so I'll probably never see it.
I don't even know if I want to know how ARCA races here. Then again, I didn't even think about that with the trucks.
Yeah, I don't know. This is such a wild card. I'm just looking. Qualifying's 10 minutes. We actually didn't need that. It's a 1.5 mile road course. It only takes about 53 seconds to get around. We didn't even need 10 minutes for qualifying. I don't know, Cameron Caldwell.
This race, of course. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess it's standard for road courses, but yeah, it's this one is just so short. It's just so high speed. We don't really need 10 minutes for qualifying. I want to see the race in action.
Cameron Caldwell is going to be the first one that sets a time, assuming he doesn't absolutely do something weird here, get the grass spin out, hit the wall, anything that can happen on road courses that, me personally, I will find a way to do on them. This race course, talking about the standards of the road courses, new standard is 70-minute races. So there are no laps, or there are laps. There are no set amount of laps. It's 70 straight minutes, and you want to win, you've got to be perfect for all 70 of those.
Wow.
Caldwell. Wow.
Just watch it. So these are my first laps. So these are my real reactions to seeing this racetrack for the first time. Just the elevation change is kind of breathtaking. This is, wow, I didn't expect to see that.
Tristan Maher goes P1, 52.966.
Wow. It's a good lap.
Ryan Bogey. Big shout out to him joining me in the booth last week, so you could go out there and have some quote-unquote fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I hoped it would have turned out a little different than what it did, but still got a good finish out of it. It's probably as good as I could come from the back.
Let's take a Moreno, P2, 53.479. Coming off the last corner, sliding out of it. It is Tristan Maher. Let's see. 52.966 is his own time. Not an improvement. 53.054.
Man, that still would have been good for the pole, though. That's, man, he's got this place figured out.
Lanza Chicano. And he get a time here. It is a 54.5 P13.
Now, it's very interesting just thinking about different agendas at these road courses because, there's some people who are great at the ovals, like, honestly, Tristan Maher, he's great everywhere we go, and he looks forward to these road courses. He looks forward, this is a chance to win, and then there's some, this was me last week, I just wanted to run top 5, top 10 at a road course in SJRL and just go home with a good points day. and some of these people are going to be in one of those two boats.
Got Ethan Fonseca Moreno coming out of the West Bend. Now in the final corner. I don't know how many corners are actually here, and I only know it's West Bend from a track map that I saw. So, Moreno.
I was like, you know this place?
55, 166. Yeah. I forgot only 2 laps of qualifying, so I'm just, I don't know what I'm doing here, but it's one thing you can get is some extra laps in qualifying for some practice, and here we go. I found a driver. Levi Poland. I believe he's just exiting pit road.
Yep, making use of all these 10 minutes, maybe getting a drink of water or something. Now he's out there to qualify in that cornflake Chevrolet.
So by the way, track temp is 123 degrees Fahrenheit.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I know some people dread it. I think that's a lot of fun. That puts a lot in your hands. There's more tire fall. Ooh!
Oh, Levi!
I'm sorry we were looking at you, buddy.
He still has time.
Those hot track temps, more tire deg. You gotta back up your corners more. It puts more in your hands. It's more in the driver's hands. And SJRL at Homestead, I mean, the track temp was 140 something. That was peak South Florida sun, right on the racetrack, and that was a lot of fun. I may or may not have won that race. It was a lot of fun battling with Luke up there, and I bet Tristan's probably really happy that the track temp's pretty high.
Speaking of Tristan, I want to do something that we don't normally do. We have time. So let's go ahead and talk to Tristan. And actually, I was thinking about this before you even said his name there. I was just waiting for you to finish, but I want to go ahead and talk to Tristan. Hey, Tristan, it's the boys up at the booth. You there?
I'm here. Sorry if there's a lot of background noise, but
it's all good. So, I think myself and some others, and maybe yourself, didn't really see you top of the board here in practice. Currently P1 in qualifying as things stand. Still a couple minutes left, but we look at you as a great road course racer. This track, not the Charlotte Roval that you're really good at dominating at. So what's it going to take tonight to take this and be successful?
I think, obviously keep mistakes to a minimum. Tire conservation is going to be huge. The left rear comes off really fast here because you have a lot of sweeping right-handers, so the left rear tends to just burn off. So that's pretty key, keeping the left rear on it. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's going to be the name of the game. Maybe a little bit of fuel conservation. I'm not 100% positive on that, but yeah, that's where we're at.
All right, well, good luck to you, and just maybe we'll talk to you later after the race.
Alrighty, thanks guys.
And if it will let me drag him, there we go. That was Tristan Maher, and I've gotten word that somebody else wants interviewed, being Cameron Caldwell. So, John, I'll let you take this one.
Cameron, this is JP up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, JP?
Yeah, it's been a tough season for you, and I know how much you love road courses. Starting in, I guess you're going to be starting P6 here. What are you looking forward to in this race, and how can you work your way through the traffic a little bit to get to Tristan and ETB there?
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. Luckily, I got a couple teammates right in front of me. Hopefully, they'll play nice. But, yeah, I think we've all seen just it's going to be so hard to pass, and just got to kind of maintain your tires. So, hopefully the car in front of you slides or slips, and then you can just kind of get a run on it. But it's going to come down to just not making mistakes. The track's really narrow, so it's really easy to go off. And especially with the incident limit we have. You know, we're going to be running well into the 80s as far as laps go. So, you know, can't run off that many times, and it's really easy to run off. So that's something to keep an eye on for sure. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I've been looking forward to this one since it was put on the schedule. Obviously with my road course background, but also it's just a really fun track. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not sure if I have anything for Tristan, but I feel like I can compete for P2. But you know, we'll see how it goes. Need a win. I feel like it's been a strong season. Just haven't been able to finish the races, but yeah, just, you know, see how it goes.
We'll let you lock in. Good luck, champ.
Thanks. I just want to say one quick thing. Today is my mother's birthday, so shout out to my mom. I don't think she's able to watch right now, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get it done for my mother.
Okay, good luck there, and happy birthday to Mama Caldwell.
Happy birthday, Lori.
Okay. Did not know that.
Okay, before we get any, the Happy Valentine's Day Lori 200 at Auto Club, it was Cam's mom. I just want to say I
okay. I didn't know. Oh goodness, you know, Tristan Walker brought up a really good point that I want to talk about. With this not being a lapped race, you know, you kind of know how many laps it's going to be about. You know, you have calculators that you could kind of figure it out. But it's not an exact science because it's a timed race. So, you know, if it's a lap race, you can have that all planned out to a T. But with it being timed, you know, you're kind of flying by the seat of your pants a little bit. So it's going to be fun to see who can adjust to that.
Well, let's go ahead and tell everybody who our picks to win are.
First, you always makes me go first, huh?
I always let my color commentators go first.
You can't say that to me. Okay, so
hey, at least I had commentators at the end of this time.
you did. I'm gonna go with a little bit of an underdog. He's great at road courses. He's a rookie. I raced with him last night in the NAOR series. Traber Burns. He's very good at these road courses. He's got a fresh paint scheme. It's the first time I've ever seen him in a Chevy, so hopefully that Chevrolet can get him into victory lane.
I'm so glad you didn't pick my pick.
Don't go with low-hanging fruit. Come on, man.
Oh, man. You know, I'm going to go with a guy who is really, really good at road courses. In anything you put him in, he's going to start third. He's in the number 98 Toyota. Zachary Wareham. It's my pick to win tonight's race.
It's a very good pick. I didn't expect that. Thought you were going to go with, like, Tristan or ETB.
Let's go ahead and go over our starting grid. And row 1 is going to be Tristan Maher. Either put second Reno to his outside. Row 2, Zachary Wareham and Alex Kerfan. Trevor Burns, Cameron Caldwell make up row 3. Row 4, Sean Kassane and Josh Arnold. Row 5, the top 10, Jonathan Jergensmeyer and Christopher Melton.
In the 6th row, we've got the Mississippi Missile with a new paint scheme and Levi Poland. In row 7, we got Tyler Ratliff and Andrew Elias. Starting in 15th, we got Alonso Chicano, and starting alongside him will be Justin Durand in 16th. In row 9, we got Jacob Locklear and Brett Bennett. And rounding out your top 20 will be Nathan Lehman and Cody McCorkle.
21st, Daniel Sponsky, Shane O'Neill, 22nd. 23rd, William Kemp, Hunter Peach, 24th. 25th, Tyler Watermullen, Ryan Bogey, 26th. 27th, Jonathan Canfield making his return after a few weeks off. Stephen Thornton, 28th. 29th, Nathan Fuller, Dakota Knoll, 30th.
31st, we got David Durand, and 32nd, we've got Riley Garcia. And the last row, we've got Brandon Hinton and Matt Steiner.
So that is our starting lineup, and actually, I believe Dakota Knoll is not on the grid, so 33 drivers on track right now.
Pretend like I didn't say his name.
I would have said his name regardless. So.
Actually, you did. Sorry. I'm sorry. I have a bad memory, brother.
Base truck gonna be making that hard right turn into pit road. And we are getting ready. Green flag is in the air for the Fast Lane Grand Prix here at Lime Rock. Look at Moreno really sticking it out on the outside. Might have got too wide. Tristan Maher still right there to his inside.
Yeah, with Cameron Caldwell talking about how hard it is going to be to pass here. You really want to get the edge on your competitor, and I think Tristan Maher's still there.
It looks like Moreno was so close to completing the pass. They're about to go over a jump.
Got him clear.
It's a new leader. He looks like Moreno.
This is where Tristan Maher has to go into tire conservation mode. You know you've got the pace to win this race. You just got to stay calm and stay disciplined.
Cameron Caldwell up to 4th.
Yeah, he had a great start. Just looking at a track map, I couldn't really pick out other than maybe into the first corner, a place you can really pass. This is a tough little racetrack.
Riley Garcia is in pit road. And he is out.
I respect starting park action, excuse me.
Oh, I meant back out on track. I apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm focusing on so many things. I guess Dakota Knowles really the starting Parker, even though he didn't really start.
I don't know. I think you're the Parker.
I try to park it in Victory Lane every week.
Brett Bennett underneath Josh Arnold. They're going to be side by side. Nathan Fuller in pit road. He actually stopped in his box.
Which is really intriguing because he was fast in practice, didn't really qualify. Well, he didn't qualify in general. Let's see what's going on with him. Oh yeah, he had an incident with William Kemp, I think that was. Verstappen hit the wall, had a lot of damage.
I was going to say, I am an admin of the series, and I was confused for a moment because Fuller originally did get a penalty after last week, but his penalty was... We got rid of his penalty, and so, you know, part of his penalty would have been a drive-through an EOL to start the next race. Well, like I said, we got rid of the penalty, so that was no longer a thing, and so I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, did I read something wrong? But no, just like you said, just incident there, and I do believe he is out of the race, not back out on track.
It's a good distinction there. Yeah, he is unfortunately out of the race. Just tough way to end the race, especially when you know you got a lot of speed. Fonseca Moreno's got a nice little healthy gap. Mr. Maher is just stalking him.
And they're pulling away from Wareham as well.
Yeah, that could quickly make this a two-horse race amongst themselves. As long as they just stay calm, keep their tires underneath them.
Stephen Thornton having some issues. He's trying to get his speed back up. He's not too far ahead of these leaders either. 7 seconds.
You know, that track could be the difference in this race with how narrow this track is and how there's really nowhere to get around. There's nowhere to hide here. So that could easily play a pick for someone here later in the race.
I want to take a ride on board with Tristan Maher once they get to the line. And we'll just show you a lap here at Lime Rock. Thornton's getting out of the way, but here we go, on board with Tristan Maher. Eight-tenths of a second behind our race leader, but they are putting a gap on Wareham. And actually, Caldwell, Kerr fan, and not too far behind is Trevor Burns, all right here packed together with Wareham.
Caldwell said he could make a run at P2. I think if he gets around Zachary Wareham quick enough, he can make a run at the win.
Caldwell once was undefeated at the road courses, having 3 or 4 in a row before a guy named Michael Kruger came into the league. Caldwell loves these road courses, and I agree with you.
Wow, don't make that mistake. That referee's going to be upset. But that's where he really needs to get that run off that final corner so he can kind of just outbreak Zachary Wareham. He could do that. He can make a run at Tristan Maher and Ethan Fonseca Moreno.
Another thing to remember, we do have a stage. We will not have a caution as a result of the stage, but it will be at the 20-minute mark of the race. So once 20 minutes is up, well, at the line, it will be stage.
Apologize for cutting you off there.
Oh,
he just drove it off track there, and I thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it was, at least from my camera view. Tell you what, Kerfan's running very good too. I think he's done a very good job at improving at these road courses.
Yeah, I agree.
Top 5.
I'm impressed with his run so far.
Also want to reluctantly give a shout out to a certain missile that's running a little farther behind Trevor Burns. There is the Mississippi Missile, Michael Walls. Starting 11th, up to P7, doing a good job. Hopefully just keeps that JVM truck clean. That's all I want from him.
And he has Mississippi Missile scheme. I'm just now really getting a look at that scheme. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
I was wondering when they would show that, when we'd show that here. But wow. It's a great scheme. Ryan Bogey made that paint scheme. He did a great job.
Who is that on the back? Is that?
That is Bill Lester.
Okay.
Yeah, you could put 2 and 2 together there. And Bill Lester may or may not be on the missile on the side.
Trevor Burns has gotten around Kerfan, and there's a gap. Now, Caldwell trying to make a move. He was not able to commit to the move. Wareham pulling away.
Let me tell you what, Cameron Caldwell is out of control. Like, he is burning up his rear tires. Just trying to get around on Zachary Wareham. And when I say stay disciplined, I was saying that about Tristan Maher. I was saying, basically, don't slide your rear tires and don't put a tire in the wrong place and just kind of try and work them over. Because you're not going to find really a different line than anyone else to get a run on them and just be able to pass them. You're going to have to work people over. You might have to beat their back bumper off a little bit, too.
Hunter Peach, Josh Arnold down pit road. These guys now over almost 7 seconds ahead of Wareham. But look at Maher.
Really good job. Yeah, he is hounding Ethan Fonseca Moreno. I think honestly it's a matter of time. He must be listening to me. He's doing a very good job of staying disciplined.
And for these guys, they've got to be careful too. Shane O'Neill, Stephen Thornton, Nathan Lehman up ahead. They've
been playing nice so far. I have a feeling when we get later in the race, they might kind of lap, but that's not so friendly.
Nathan Lehman just ahead. And then it's going to be quite a big gap before Moreno gets to another one. Alex Kerfan still, despite losing position to Trevor Burns, still right there with Burns.
Cameron's got positioning on. Yep. Great minds think alike there, Josh. Yeah, Cameron Caldwell did a good job getting around him. Zach Wareham played nice there, too. But when we talked about him making that move around Zachary Wareham, he was only a couple seconds back of the leaders and now about 8 seconds back. It's going to be tough to make up on.
Oh! Kerfan went wide there in the last corner. Touched grass a little bit.
Yeah, that could be treacherous. Just one tire a little too far, and that's not just dipping it in the grass. You might be going for a loop.
Let's battle back here. Levi Poland and Justin Arantz side by side heading into turn one. Duran's going to back out of it. Poland takes position. And he has the sights set on Andrew Elias.
Everyone's playing it nice so far. This is it's such tight racetracks. It's so hard. It's so easy to make contact, and it's just I appreciate the respect that all these guys are showing each other. Tristan Maher is working over Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Right on his tailgate.
Doing an incredible job.
Yeah, both these drivers are, because I can't even put into words how hard it is when you got someone hounded you from behind, like the way Ethan Fonseca Moreno has Tristan Maher hounding him. It's very easy to miss your braking point just a little bit, slip up, and give positioning to the car behind. It's two very good racers going at it.
Burns has caught up to Wareham.
Wareham seems to have burned off his tires just a little bit. A little bit more than these guys, and I think wow, this is so tight. Draper's doing a really good job keeping his tires underneath him. Caught Josh Arnold at an inopportune time. I know Josh Arnold was just trying to get out of the way. It's just so hard to hide here.
Alonso Chicano currently P10, just behind Jurgensmeyer.
Alonso Chicano is one of those who's would rather not road course race a lot of the time, but keeping it top 10, doing a good job so far.
And he's gotten better at road course racing as well.
Oh, for sure. Maher. I think he's got to run on Ethan Fonseca Moreno for the lead here.
Yeah.
Ethan going defensive.
Going to be side by side entering turn 1. Still side by side. And remember,
Side by side. Mm-hmm.
driver's left is how Ethan Fonseca Moreno took the race lead away. And
Tristan's going to take it that way.
yep, give it to Maher.
That's why I was going to say that. Ethan's a better road course racer than I am, and I was a little intrigued that he went defensive that way. Protecting the inside, considering how he got the lead, but man, I don't know if he could hold off Tristan Maher the way he's protecting his tires. He's doing such a good job. His truck is not moving around under acceleration quite like everyone else's. He's doing a really good job.
Battle back here. Wareham has not gone away from Caldwell at all. In fact, Wareham...
We'll run on him.
Yeah. Wareham's going to peek to the inside. Oh, Wareham! Locks it up!
What a great save. I know he's going to lose the spot, but that could have been so much worse. You'll live to fight another day with that one.
Good news for him is in iRacing there are no flat spots, but his tires are going to be angry at him. It still
Cools him off. I think he'll make a run at Traber Burns here. Two picks are kind of nose to tail there.
Sean Cassane and Micah Walls. Walls has some nose damage.
Yeah, I noticed that just this past. I wonder where he could have got that from. I might go back and take a look.
Cassane is all over Walls' bumper.
Well, I think Andrew Elias will not be too happy. I think Shane O'Neill is who Michael Walls kind of ran over.
Speaking of Andrew Elias, he is under attack from Justin Rand.
The truck.
You forgot a truck.
Dang it. Man, I'm not a rookie in the booth. I should know this by now. And Tristan is blisteringly fast now. Now out in clean air.
Oh yeah.
I need to talk to him about saving tires at these road courses.
By the way,
give me a tip.
The stage, I believe, if my math is correct, is now over. Tristan Maher with the stage win. Beautiful Tika Marino, Cameron Caldwell, Trevor Burns, Zachary Wareham, Alex Kerfan, Michael Walls, Sean Kassane, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, and I believe Alonso Chicano.
Get himself an extra point.
Yeah, Chicano crossed the line in 10th, but he has since gotten around Jurgensmeyer.
That is true. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, a new looking, different looking truck. He's usually in one of those really green trucks, but this truck looks very good.
Cameron Caldwell still third place, 15.5 seconds back of race leader Tristan Maher.
Yeah, I really think that comes from just those angry tires, like I talked about. Especially when he was behind Zachary Wareham, he was just pushing so hard. That's going to be with him for the whole rest of this run. Wow. Everyone's loose coming uphill. There you go.
Trevor Burns was taking a peek to the inside of Caldwell. It's just crazy how the top two have ran away with it, and then you have third through eighth all together.
Yeah, those guys are all under a blanket, basically. As much as you can be at a road course anyway.
And Kassane was just able to get around Walls. Also had to slow down quite a bit.
Yeah, it seems like once he got that damage from the contact with Shane O'Neill, hasn't quite had the pace that he did have. He's still doing a great job, though.
Traber, a defensive line on Wareham. They're going to be possibly side by side. Wareham looking for a crossover. He's not going to get it. And by the way, speaking of Traber, I mentioned earlier that him and I decided to do the 12 hours of Sebring about 3 hours before Sebring started. We attempted it. That's about it. Traber is still running in the 24 hours of Sebring with another team. And,
It's 24 hours?
12 hours. Whoa, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Did I say 24 hours? Did I say 12?
I think you did. Who knows? My ears are bad.
Either way, 12 and 12 is 24, so...
It works.
Traber told me that if he finishes on the podium, he might not even be able to do an interview because he'll have to go right from here to do his stint with his other team. This man is
very possible for him.
Yeah, absolutely. This man is wild. Let me tell you, when we were talking about our stints earlier, he was telling me about his whole day, and I'm like, when are you going to sleep? You've got work even in the middle of all this. This Traber Burns is an animal right now. You're an alien. He's an animal.
I'm not an alien. I am not an alien.
Traber,
Give me a DNA test.
Traber doing a great job in 4th place.
He's been very disciplined himself. Doing such a good job just keeping his truck under him, not sliding the tires, just running his pace. Wareham's off track. Gonna lose 2 spots.
Kerfan and Kassane, ones that are able to capitalize on that. And Kassane actually might have just went off track.
A little bit. Shouldn't hurt anything. No, honestly, this track is so unique. You know, normally, you know, you probably split a race like this at about halfway point, somewhere around the halfway point. You're gonna want to pit, and with the tire degradation, you definitely don't want to stay out there on a full tank forever. But you know, where you come out could really determine your race, because there's just so much traffic and there's nowhere to hide that could lose you 5+ seconds pretty easily. Just being behind the wrong group and just getting stuck behind this big old wad of cars that we've got out here. So I don't envy these guys who got to figure out when to pit.
Well, you know, you say
yeah, you get
pit about halfway. Well, what's halfway? I mean, 82 laps is what the estimated race length is based off their Tristan Maher's lap times compared to how much time is left in the session. So that's why you're seeing 30 of 82, you know, up on screen there. So we're estimating about 41 is going to be halfway.
And, you know, I shouldn't have even said that, because I don't even know how long you can go on a tank of fuel here.
I don't either.
Oops. Not gonna lie, I've kind of learned that this was a free track, because I was shocked I even owned it.
Kramer Burns still stuck in Cameron Caldwell, and you know, he doesn't have to look in his mirror right now as Sean Kassane quite a ways back is Kassane actually got around Kerfan.
And they've fallen back from the 12 and the 02 of Caldwell and Shaper Burns, and Burns is doing a good job of just hounding Cameron Caldwell. He wants the dilemma of whether he can do an interview or not.
Okay. Who was that?
I can see it's a Ford. I think that's Cody
McCurkle. Yep.
That's a very unique place to be out the racetrack. That's the best way I could put that.
He just lost it all on his own.
Yeah, it's track. These guys are doing a really good job of keeping their trucks underneath them. It's a lot harder than it looks with a hot track and elevation change. It's so unique. And this is some of the most extreme I think I've seen. You kind of feel like you don't have control of your truck or your car. Both going up and downhill.
Draper is ready to make a move on Caldwell. And they're going to have
Canfield.
Yeah, Jonathan Canfield.
Make things a little bit intriguing. That's what I was talking about earlier. He's going to stay out of the way. Found a good way to hide. I don't know. Did he make himself skinny there? Because, man, that was such a tough place to let people go. It's kind of like Monaco in a way. It's just the walls aren't right up next to you.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's actually passing at Monaco.
That's true. This is more like the Hungaroring. How about that one?
Well, I think Caldwell just slipped just a tiny bit. But not really in a passing zone for Traber.
Man, he's going to take a little peek. That's such a tough place. He's letting Cameron Caldwell know he wants it. wants that nose. Show him the nose.
Tell you what, when I saw Traber join the Radius Racing Discord, I was like, are you serious? I didn't think he was on the market. Otherwise, he would have been a PBR driver a long time ago. But doing such a great job here for Radius. And showing it to the boss man as he's looking to the inside.
It's an impressive run he's having.
Once again, looking to the inside after a crossover.
Nice little crossover status there. This is tough to be side by side. Nick's better of it.
You mentioned how he is in a Chevrolet. Used to those Toyotas. I bet he's loving the Chevy Power right now.
I mean, he's learning the way. Maybe I gotta give him a Chevy and an NAOR. Maybe that'll help him out too there. We got 50 extra horsepower.
Yeah. I always tell people a JCTV logo on your car or a sponsorship gives you an extra 10 horsepower as well. Maybe we'll have to hook him up with that.
So do the low stickers, I promise you.
Yeah, no, that was just Chad Knaus cheating.
I do have Chad on the box, so I guess I'm getting them cheated up hot rods.
This battle between Caldwell and Burns, though, is just incredible to watch. And, right behind them is Levi Poland, who has already come down pit road for his scheduled service. Poland actually the fastest truck on track right now, but he's trying to be careful not to really impede with these guys' battle on track.
All three of these guys are doing a really good job of being respectful to one another. Because it's so easy to just go in there.
Oh, side by side, Burns to the inside.
Caldwell had a little slip up there.
Caldwell trying to hold on. I think he's got the preferred spot in this.
Oh no, a little bit of slip from Traber.
And that's going to allow Levi Poland to slip on by. Of course, again, Poland one lap down, not for position. But he's trying to get everything, all the advantage he can with those tires.
As well, yes, obviously he's a lap down right now. I mean, he's still going to be fighting for a pretty decent spot. So he's got to make up as much time as he can. So he can only stay behind these two for so long as now he clears both Cameron Caldwell and Traber Burns.
Which Burns looking to the inside. He's going to have the preferred line going into one, maybe. Oh, Burns!
Both Cameron Caldwell and Traber Burns slipped a little bit.
Caldwell was in the grass.
Yeah, and that's officially going to get the spot to Traber Burns. That's what I mean by working people over. That was another great example of it. Tristan Maher put on a masterclass of that. So did Traber Burns there. How you just stay patient. Just stay disciplined. It's so easy to get in there a little too hot, get into them, getting a little bit hot and overcook your tires. But he stayed patient, finally got that spot.
I want to talk about
battling. Oh, you go.
Tristan Maher just a little bit more. He is on such a little Saturday night cruise to the point where he has lapped everybody up to 10th. 9 drivers still on the lead lap, and Christopher Melton not that far away, 8 seconds ahead of Tristan Maher.
And I know it's because some of these fellas pitted. I get that. But some of these is just straight up on pace, and these are good drivers. That he's like, these are not scrubs that he's coming up and lapping. He is. I gotta call him. I want to know what he's got.
Now let me tell you, out of the drivers that have pit, 3 of them 3 drivers that are still on track have pit within the last 12 laps. 4 drivers that are still on track have pit. The other being Josh Arnold. He's 4 laps down. So Levi Poland, currently 17th. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, 4 laps to go, currently 15th. And Alonso Chicano, 14th, 3 laps to go. That's it. Those are the only 3 drivers that are 1 lap down, that have done their official pit stops, have come down pit road.
Yeah, so that's still, even if there you include them all on the lead lap, that's up to like about 13th he's a lap. Insane pace he's on. I mean, Ethan Von Moreno, I mean, we've talked about he's good everywhere, and he's a great road course racer. I mean, you saw it in SJRL. I know Dylan Parker whooped our butts, but he was great there too. And I mean, at a road course that takes about 55 seconds to get around, he's pulled out an 11-second gap once he's passed him. Unbelievable pace he's putting on. I can't tell you how hard that is. These are the types, and I'm sorry, but because I just had a race like this recently where I just felt it doesn't happen that often where you're that far better than the rest of the field. And I had a race like that at Kansas, so you just hope nothing goes wrong, cautions don't come out at the wrong time, just weird strategy things happen. You start hearing everything, you start backing up your quarters a little bit more. You're hoping lappers don't do crazy things. You just hope nothing goes wrong because it's a great feeling. It doesn't happen a lot. So it's a great feeling when it does.
Oh. Caldwell, Burns, and Kassane all down pit road. Burns still sitting on pit road right now. As Caldwell and Kassane are off and away.
I don't know if you see this, but Cameron Caldwell's got some damage on his truck.
Oh, yeah, in the rear.
Oh, he hit the pit wall. Entering pit road.
Who did, Caldwell?
Cameron Caldwell, yeah. And Sean Kassane got into the back of his of the 12 truck. Obviously had nowhere to go. See if you can't get a replay on that. Britt Bennett was calling me the boss one.
Oh! Well, what happened to Burns? Did he speed?
I think he sped because just out of the corner of my eye, just watching the replay, he was going whatever speed he was, and then I saw the front of the truck slam on the ground like he stomped on the brakes, and I think he might have been just a tad too late to get back down to speed.
Let's see here. Riding on board. There's the cone. And I'm an idiot. I forgot my telemetry would show me the current speed. I'm thinking 100 miles an hour. That ain't right.
That is no way he's going 100. And pit speed's only 35 miles an hour. That is crawling slow.
It's Traber all the way back to 14th place.
And that's, especially with no caution, it's going to be so hard to make up.
For Cameron Caldwell, there is just a tiny bit of front end damage. Just the slightest little bit. I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, I thought it looked like he hit it pretty good. I'm shocked he has a motor in that truck. That's the one way you could really lose any type of engine powers, when you lose all of it, I guess, with this new damage model. And it's very easy, even if you hit a wall at 50 miles an hour, you'll blow a motor. I'm shocked he did not. He should be counting his lucky stars right now. As embarrassing as that is, we've all had embarrassing moments as race car drivers. I've had my fair share. That's pretty embarrassing, but at least he gets to recover from it. He still is running around in fourth place. As by the way, Tristan Maher has come down pit road. I don't think through all that we mentioned that.
We did not mention that, but I just want to say, I poked a wall going 24 miles an hour this morning with an LMP2 car, and I destroyed it. Cameron Caldwell drives face first into the pit barrels, and that thing just, a little cosmetic damage.
Yeah, I know if I would have hit that wall, I might have flipped over. Ooh, Levi.
Woohoo! I just hit the camera to barely see that.
Yeah, Ethan Fonseca Moreno has come down pit road. Trying to see if a little bit of a tire offset can't help make up some of the difference, but I think Tristan Maher's got everybody covered tonight. I don't think that's too far-fetched to say.
So Ethan Fonseca Moreno, 21.5 seconds behind Tristan Maher. We are past halfway in this race. Still 34 minutes and 0 seconds to go. And 9 drivers on the lead lap.
And based on when all these guys pit, the leaders, they should be good to go on fuel. Shouldn't be any type of concern. Just looking at how far Ethan Fonseca Moreno was able to go. Everyone should be good.
Trevor Burns back in 12th, battling with Christopher Melton.
That's such a heartbreaker for Traber.
Earlier this week, he was running up there with Michael Kruger and Philip Scott in TNR Monday night at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Michael Kruger hit a wall pretty hard, took out his machine and ended his night. Trevor Burns sped on pit road, which cost him a chance at the win, and it was Philip Scott who, the win wasn't easy in the first half, but it looked super easy in the second half after he won by a huge margin.
Yeah, those are honestly the most, you feel smart when you win like that. You're battling people and it's really tough, and then they make mistakes and you just stay steady, Eddie. Dale Senior always used to say, the one who wins the race isn't always the one with the fastest car, it's the one who refuses to lose. And that's just one way you refuse to lose, is just make sure you do all the little things right. And speeding on pit road, running into pit barrels or the pit wall, you just got to do everything right. Jimmy Johnson, he always, when NASCAR used to have a bunch of practice, he would always practice getting on the pit road, always. And he's won 7 championships, so if he does it, you should probably do it too. You should probably practice all the little things.
I refuse to lose every week, but the people in the official races that I race with want me to lose and get into me all the time, so.
That's a different animal. Sometimes those can feel like the wild, wild west, those official races.
Now, I should say, I make mistakes too. We all do. All of us as race car drivers make mistakes. Jonathan Parker, the alien even. You want to see his worst mistake, take a look at Nashville, NAOR. Sorry.
Hey, if you're going to bring one up, you got to bring the mistake I made this year where I was able to come back from it. I was a little luckier when I spun out in the first turn of the Daytona road course. I spun out there. I spun out multiple times that race, actually.
What? In turn 1?
Yeah, that was the worst race I think I've ever driven on iRacing, other than Nashville, because I didn't really drive that race.
Now, let me tell you guys something, all right? Road courses in pretty much every league that we do, no cautions. Generally, I've seen a couple cautions on the road courses, but it's for humongous accidents.
Yes.
It's not something we see often. This was the case. No cautions at all at the Daytona road course. Starts on the pole, spins it, in lap 1, turn 1, after making contact with, or while making contact with Pacey Wygent, driving around, comes down pit road, then the very next time by into turn 1, spins it again. Still somehow wins the race.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably couldn't do that again if I tried. That was not the plan.
I'll tell you, one person in the comment section on YouTube said it was definitely because of grip hacks, but
I can send you the grip packs, EXE. Oh, Sean Cassane off the racetrack. Oh, we're sitting here yapping. That's gonna allow Zachary Ram to go by.
Will you please? I'd like to win a race.
The grip packs is my T300, my load cell pedals, and my hand. There you go. That's my grip pack.
I've got T300 load cell pedals, but I don't have your hands. Can I borrow them?
Okay, you're gonna have to calm down in the way you worded that.
Sean Cassane is battling with Zachary Wareham. Of course, Cassane just lost position to Wareham. And they're not far behind Cameron Caldwell either.
And you gotta wonder how much that front and rear end damage is hurting. I know that's gotta hurt a little bit. Aero seems to be a little important at this road course. You know, there's some road courses where it doesn't really matter. Like I would say, Sonoma, aero's probably not too key there, but like at Watkins Glen, you really need it. And this feels like another one where it's kind of mid to high speed corners.
I really just want to try to drive this track with the trucks. I just want to know what it's like. Just one lap. That's it. It probably will take me about 10 tries, but I just want to know.
Man, it's probably a little fun to drive. It's probably not that fun to try and pass someone. Man, these drivers have their work cut out for them.
Especially because these trucks, they're big, wide, bulky. You know, they're not like the Mazda Miatas that I've driven here in the past that are so tiny and you can go 10 wide on the track with. Okay, maybe not quite, but...
Yeah, Miatas are a car you can really throw around, right? You can just kind of, go crazy with how you drive them. These trucks, they're pretty hard to throw around, especially in track temps this high. Keep your tires underneath you. You would think it wouldn't lead to this being exciting, but we've seen some good passes. But now Tristan Maher decided to stink up the field, but that's okay.
Tristan Maher about to put his teammate Alonso Chicano, currently running 8th a lap down. I think he can get up to Herfan before this race is over.
I agree with you. Maybe Sean Cassane because he's got damage from the pit incident. Well, Alonso's got to be like, man, I'm running top 10, running 8th. I'm running good. I'm going to go a lap down at a road course.
Yeah, how in the world?
He's running great. He's having a great day at a road course here. He's worked really hard, and his hard work has paid off. He's going to let his teammate go.
His hard work has paid off, and he still is going to go a lap down. Yeah, he's braking early for Tristan.
Still, top 10 right here, especially when, you worked hard to get good at these road courses. It's a good feeling. Road course is not something where you could just really hop in and then just, I'm fast there. It's something you got to put the work in, put the time in. Boy, has Tristan Maher done his homework.
Yeah, you want to successfully complete a lap, you're better off doing so at an oval than you are a road course if you have zero experience. Sure. But even that's not all that easy, it's just...
Unless it's Daytona and Talladega, it's probably not all that easy, even then.
Yeah, I know drivers make it look easy. Tristan Maher, he's making this look easy. But it's far from it. ovals. I know I run in the back and I make it look easy, but you're fighting so much. Force feedback in the wheel sometimes as well. Just looseness, tightness. I mean, it's insane. Just trying to adapt to all of this. And each track is different, too.
Oh, for sure. It's never the same experience going from one track to another. A different car to the same track, just never the same.
In fact, I read a post on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I believe from it was either Bob Pockris or Jeff Gluck. I want to say Pockris said that he talked to Kyle Larson about why he's doing COTA. If it's to get used to the intensity that the Memorial Day double is going to put on him, and he said, "No, I just want more laps at COTA." Kyle Larson is a Cup Series champion, and he just wants more laps at COTA. He's raced at COTA before, past few years that NASCAR has visited. So, drivers are always learning.
Yeah, I'll give you another one of my favorite drivers. A few of them years in back then when it was a nationwide series. Chad and Jimmy brought a HMS or Junior Motorsports, depending on the year. It was a few of them years. Xfinity car, and they ran at Watkins Glen because that was their worst track. That was the track where they had the least amount of success. Whether it was the setup, whether it was the driver, we don't know. But they just never really got anything to click there. But that did get them to run better at Watkins Glen, is doing some of them nationwide races.
It was a driver.
Okay. Probably was. Jeff Gordon could run pretty good there.
Jeff Gordon, 4 wins at Watkins Glen in his career. How many did Jimmy have?
No one there.
Exactly, my point. Chris Maher, just dominating. He's catching up to Micah Walls.
Probably having a cigar right now. Zachary Wingham is out of control behind Cameron Caldwell, by the way. Just trying to get anything to get back around him.
And Caldwell's saying there's like 25 laps left. You're not getting around me easy.
Yeah, but I think with that damage, it's just enough to affect him. I think Zachary Wingham will eventually find a way around him. Gotta do it before Sean Cassane passes him, though. Sean just loves that grass. I've seen him in that grass so much.
I'm just curious how many incident points he has.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he doesn't have the most, but he's got 10. Alex Kerfan's got 12. He's got to be careful there.
And of course, that's something that you guys at home can't see. I have on my telemetry, I can see it, and Parker can see, and Sim, as well as a spectator. I'm pretty sure that's how you're looking at it.
Yeah.
But the drivers don't know. The drivers can't see how many incident points, another one has.
Yeah. They don't know how many. I think we all know how many Tristan Maher has. I don't even have to look.
Yeah, I'm just going to say I'm still impressed that Tristan has 0.
I know, it's... It's like Ethan Fonseca run a great race, run a very clean race. He's got 2.
I would probably have 37.5.
Oh.
DQ is at 25.
And I'll tell you what, I'll kick myself Tuesday night because I've set bonus points out there if you get a 0x. I got a 1x within the first 3 laps and never got another X. just frustrating. That's frustrating. But it's okay. I don't need those 7 points anyway right now. Even in the playoffs.
Michael Walls about to go a lap down.
What do you think Tristan Maher's thinking looking at the back of that truck?
Stay
Honestly, now he
focused.
doesn't
Stay
look-
focused. Stay focused.
That might have been the toughest part of the day for him. There ain't no way he's laughing right now. To be fair, when you're driving, I don't know. Maybe you have this big of a lead. It is easy to kind of wander, but usually you're pretty locked in once you're in that truck and you're doing a job. This guy's got to stay focused for about 19 more minutes.
This is incredible. So, you've got Zachary Wareham, who has gotten around Cameron Caldwell now. So, Wareham is third, but Tristan Maher is on the same straightaway as them.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating. He looks like a robot. It looks like an AI driving around the racetrack. How perfect he's going right now.
And he's having to fight around all this lap traffic, too, you know? It's
Yep. AI's coming a long way, I guess.
And by the way, there's 18 minutes, 15 seconds left. It's about 21 laps to go. So, Tristan, you've got to do it for another 21 laps. I wonder how his arms are feeling right now. How his force feedback is.
Yeah, I don't. Just it's so hard not to think about things that can go wrong, and just being like, oh, I'm tired or what have you. With the road courses, especially, they're more tiring than you think. I consider sim racing a little bit of a workout. Not me just coping because I'm fat.
Especially, like, a guy like me, I get hot so easily. I have to have a fan on me, and even then I'm still sweating when I'm sim racing. The focus it takes, just so much going on. We're just sitting in our rooms on a computer.
Let me tell you what, I just kind of realized Justin Durand in 12th place having a steady day. He's doing a good job. He's 2 laps down now.
In 12th.
In 12th place.
Yeah.
Like that's another one of them, he's just trying to be steady Eddie, get through the race, have a decent finish. He's doing a pretty good job. He's accomplishing his goal, but he's 2 laps down. That has to be the most frustrating feeling.
Hussein still hounding Caldwell. Caldwell, despite losing a position to Wareham, has not let him just pull away.
Very interesting. I thought once Wareham, because of that damage, once he got around, he would just kind of start driving away, but Caldwell's doing a great job with that damage, even though I guess that's self-inflicted, right? But got yourself a bad hand, and he's doing a pretty good job salvaging what he can.
And Hussein, he recognizes that bumper pretty well.
Oh, too much. He must have been a little upset about how that went down. Nowhere to go. So unfortunate. Sean loves this grass. Every time I'm looking at him, I'm going to stop so that he doesn't get a drive-through for getting too many X's.
The crazy thing is, he only has 11.
I know. I feel like I've seen him in the grass 20 times.
Mr. Burns doing an incredible job despite his penalty. You know, we talked, he's in 10th place. Last time I looked, he had a huge gap up to Jurgensmeyer. Now Jurgensmeyer not that far ahead. That is Daniel Saponsky right ahead of him. But then it's the next truck. That is Jurgensmeyer.
He must be driving a little angry.
Good to see Danny back in a truck.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. Good to see him back out here.
Danny and I had our on-track rivalry, but we're good now. No harm, no foul. Met him in person too. He didn't beat me up, so I think we're good.
He didn't run you over with his Porsche.
Yeah, exactly. Kerfan gonna go lap down. And Kassane has gotten around Caldwell, so 5 drivers on the lead lap.
Made a nice little move on him. Just, what a performance, Tristan. Better take a bow after this thing. It's Caldwell. I guess going rallying.
You know why Maher is so fast? He doesn't have a Chevy Silverado. He has a Corvette that looks like a Silverado. This man, if you are not familiar with who Tristan Maher is, he works for Pratt Miller, which makes race cars for the IMSA series, Corvettes. That famous number 3 Corvette, yeah, that's Pratt Miller. They've got like 1 or 2 or maybe more out there that I don't know because I don't follow him so all that well, but
Adam's going to be a little upset with us if he
will. Adam's still at work, so I've got another 44 minutes until he will watch this broadcast maybe. But Adam, don't kill me, buddy, please. Just Maher though. He's not in a Radius Racing Silverado. He's in a Pratt Miller Corvette.
For sure, and I was, excuse me, thinking that, you know, maybe that paint scheme was a little bit bad luck, just the way his season's gone, but maybe this is what he needs. Get his season on track and make a run at this championship, because he's got the speed, he's got the talent to do it. He just has not had really the luck and sometimes the execution to really put the races together. But sometimes all you need is that one shot in the arm. Big performance like this. Get your season kick-started. I mean, he was right there. Almost made it to the championship before. That was as loose as I've seen him all day. But he almost made it to championship 4 last year. I'm thinking, man, he's going to get there next year. He's going to be fighting for a championship.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kerfan gets around Caldwell in the background. I wouldn't be surprised if Maher begs Caldwell for road course in the playoffs.
Oh, you know it. Maybe specifically this one. Why not race here again? 4 trucks on the lead lap with 10 minutes, about 10 and a half minutes to go.
And 2 trucks right ahead of Maher are Kassane and Wareham. So we very well could see only 2 trucks on the lead lap when the checkered flag happens. Unless something drastic happens to Moreno.
Excuse me.
And the timer is still counting down. We have 10 minutes and 0 seconds left right about now. And hey, the fastest driver on track right now is that number 29, Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Think he can catch him?
Man, if he puts his mind to it, you could do anything if you put your mind to it. Might take a ginormous mistake out of Tristan, but he could do it.
Tell you what, Ethan. We have wow, Jonathan Canfield right in front of these guys now. Kassane on driver's right, driver's left, sideways. And
Tristan's like, I know what you're fighting for, but just let me do my thing.
You guys are going for a podium, but please, I'm going for a win. Anyway, I was about to say I'll do better next time as team owner for Moreno and give him a GTP.
There you go.
Moreno or Maher can have his GT3 or GTD.
We are doing a great job right now.
GT Pro, GTAM, GT Pro. Corvettes, I
believe. One of those roadie sporty cars.
I'm pretty sure the Pratt Miller 3 is GT Pro. I don't know. People watching this. We've got
GTD Pro.
We've got 15 people watching this. Hopefully, all 15 of them don't know anything about IMSA like us, so they can't make fun of us. But
please don't make fun of us.
We know NASCAR.
You give me the stock car, trust me, I can go all day.
You know, a lot of the drivers that Maher has put a lap down have been really easy on him. These guys are not going to be easy as Kassane was forced to go wide there. He's going to get a little sideways, but no harm, no foul. Let's put Kassane a lap down.
Yeah, and these are two rookies here. With Zachary Raham and Sean Kassane, and Kassane's really new at iRacing. This is one of those, I think this is a teachable moment, is, yes, the lead is there. I know you want to stay on the lead lap. I know you see Zachary Raham right there, but you just got to find a place, because you know the 3 passing use is inevitable. You got to find a way to let him go without losing too much time. It's possible, and then maybe you can follow your way through if he would have stayed close enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, let him go, stay close, and try to pounce on the next truck. In this case, Wareham, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because now Wareham doesn't have to think too hard, or he could get loose under braking. He has been wicked out of control under braking into turn 1 all night. I'm proud of him and shocked that he hasn't spun it out, bar that one time.
Well, my pick to win right behind the race leader. Unfortunately, a lap down, but no, he's done such an incredible job as Wareham.
Going through that uphill section is so tough, isn't it?
If you go fast enough through there, your tires will go off the ground.
Oh, for sure.
Look at this gaggle of trucks. Daniel Spansky pulls to the side. And that is your second place driver, Ethan Fonseca Moreno, right there as well. Levi Poland trying to get around Locklear for 14th. And Poland's going to take the position away. How about this for ninth place? Trevor Burns, Jurgensmeyer.
And I hope Sean has someone in his ear telling him not to go off track 2 more times because he's got 15 X's. Sean, get that thing home. Normally that's me trying to coach him.
Yeah, if Sean does get that penalty, it is just a drive-through, but he's going to lose 3 or 4 positions.
Yeah. Not having a win yet this season, you want points, points always. And you want a chance at that podium interview. You have a shot at it if you're doing a drive-through.
This battle between Burns and Jurgensmeyer.
Yeah, just clicked onto that. Jurgensmeyer's on older tires. Wow.
Yeah, he's really sliding. Oh, he's gonna lose it, saves it.
Whew.
That was incredible.
Yeah, I would say so. These guys are all put on a good show. They're just showing their talents.
And hey, John, one of our viewers does know a thing or two about AMSOIL, I'm guessing. Gabe Cazzola says Corvette is GTD Pro.
Well, thank you, Gabe Cazzola.
Oh, once again, Jurgensmeyer is sideways.
This is like what I do after my races sometimes, where I'll just kind of do a little drift session. He's doing that, trying to hold off Trevor Burns for that P9 spot. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer's going fast in the right place. Wow, this is...
Shoot, we know Maher is in GTV Pro. We've got Jurgensmeyer in a stadium truck. Sideways once again. Side by side. On the French straightaway, Burns can try to get clear. Hopefully Jurgensmeyer doesn't lock up his tires. Oh my!
He drove it in there, but Traber gave him room. They're leaning on each other just a tad. But I don't think Jonathan Jurgensmeyer's going to be able to hold on anymore.
Trey Burns gonna try to get around William Kemp, who's 3 laps down, and Kemp stays wide for him. But coming through the final corner on the track, Tristan Maher. He's gonna take the white flag.
Waiting for that. And lost the lead in turn 1 on lap 1. Honestly, don't think the line he was in is really the preferred lane. Just the way the track is, but stayed calm, stayed cool. Listen to me very well. Staying disciplined. And he took that discipline to a 27-plus second victory over Ethan Fonseca Moreno, as long as he holds on.
He just has one more corner to go. And through the final corner.
Yeah.
Checkered flag waving.
A little bit.
Oh, that's his first incident point of the race.
Oh, no.
Tristan Maher is the winner. And he is
He was
not.
excited. I can't blame him.
He is not going to get the clean driver award.
Nah, I don't think he cares. He's in the playoffs. Such a tough season. That X he doesn't care about.
What about Seca Moreno now? Just now getting on the front stretch. And he's going to get second place. Oh, here we go. Where? Slow. He's already crossed the line. That's why.
Yeah, they're all lapped out. We don't have any battles to watch. It's over.
But they were pretty close to the leader. I was like, wait, he's still third. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, usually we have some battles coming to the line that we have none. Everything's done.
It's been a long day.
Oh.
Just
That was
Meyer.
one big crash I just watched.
I saw it in the background. Just Meyer gonna burn it down.
Man, you need to ask him about that X. He got it.
He's doing a Kyle Larson-esque burnout. Can he do it the whole track?
Wouldn't shock me.
And he blew it up. He doesn't need that engine anymore.
No, I would say they don't.
And he wants to make sure it passes post-race tech. And that they don't find out that it actually was a GTD Pro engine.
Sorry, I just saw Andrew Elias. Oh, man. What a performance that was.
That was incredible. I don't know
What?
how in the world he can do that.
He was just locked in, man. I don't know. It's one of those races where it obviously wasn't the most exciting, but it's one of those where you keep watching because you're like, man, can he really lap all these cars? Can he really just pull out this big of a lead? How is this even possible?
That was the Fastlane Grand Prix. We're going to go ahead and look over our unofficial finishing race results. Tristan Maher, of course, the dominating winner. Ethan Fonseca Moreno finishes second. Zachary Wareham, he said best of the rest. That is true. Third place, one lap down. Sean Cassane, fourth. Alex Kerfan, fifth. Cameron Caldwell, sixth. Seventh was Micah Walls. Alonso Chicano, eighth. Trevor Burns, ninth. And Jonathan Jurgensmeyer finishes in 10th.
Christopher Melton finishing in 11th. Justin Durand in 12th. Brett Bennett finishes 13th. Levi Poland in 14th. Jacob Locklear in 15th. Andrew Elias comes home in 16th. Nathan Lehman finishes 17th. William Kemp finishes 18th. Danny Supansky finishes 19th. And rounding out the top 20 is Josh Arnold.
21st, Jonathan Canfield. And he was 6 laps down. I think everybody else DNF'd out of this one. Brandon Hinton, 22nd. Cody McCorkle, 23rd. Matt Steiner, 24th. Shane O'Neill, 25th. Stephen Thornton, 27th. 20. What? It's just the ATVO. I don't. It's the bug of this because it's 25, 27, 20. I've been out of school for quite a while, but unless if they change something, 26 comes before 27. But so 26, Stephen Thornton, 27, Tyler Ratliff. What I'm seeing on my other telemetry, 28th, Hunter Peach, 29th, David Aran, and 30th, Ryan Bogey.
31st, we got the Watermolin. 32nd, we got Riley Garcia. 33rd was Nathan Fuller after that very unfortunate first lap he had. And then rounding out the field is the starting Parker himself, Dakota No.
All right. Let's go ahead and interview our top three. Zachary Wareham, third place finish tonight. You were my pick to win. You started third, you finished third, and you were really close to leader there at the end.
Well, close to the leader is a bit of a red herring, as he was. But yeah, I don't know what the heck Tristan and Ethan were on. They were just miles ahead of the rest of them. But you know what? It was a heck of a battle for third, I'd call it. So I'm gonna say best of the rest. I couldn't be happier, really. Like this race was. I knew I was gonna be strong here because I love road courses, but I didn't expect P3 in either qualifying or the race. I think all the COTA races I've been doing this week has really been helping out with that. Because that's another road course with a lot of elevation change. It can be a little bit tricky. But yeah, really the only like dramatic part of the race for me was like when I made the final pass for third. I did make a bit of contact with Cam. As far as I know, there's no hard feelings. So it's just hard racing again. Like there were 5 cars in it, so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun for me personally.
Well, it was a pretty fun battle watching you guys all battle through. And then you had Sean Cassane really keeping you honest there at the end too. What was it like battling with him?
I mean, I expected him to be fast because I mean, like, you know, he was well, I mean, he was in that initial battle before all the pit stops happened, and I did not expect him to come on as strong as he did. He did kind of fade, I think, in the last 3 or 4 laps, which was a huge pressure relief off my shoulders. Huge relief of pressure off my shoulders, so that tells you how much he was pressuring me. So, yeah, he did a good job. Everyone else in that battle did a good job.
Well, before I let you go, sponsor shout-outs. Who gets it done for you?
Well, I said a few seconds ago that I've been doing a lot of COTA races lately. A lot of them have been opens, PRS setups. They're on the side of my truck and they're inside my car getting everything sorted out for these open races. And we've only recently taken them on as a sponsor at GGA, and you know they've been great to us so far. So this is hopefully just another good result in this partnership.
All right. Congrats on the the third place finish, and we'll see you next time out.
Yep. Thanks, Josh.
Zachary Wareham, our third place podium finisher. John, go to you, who has ETB, ETP, ETK. I don't know what he wants to be called this week.
Bear!
Hi.
What's up, brother? Man, you did have a good race, but it's probably got to feel a little bittersweet, right? Because, you know, you got the lead going into turn 1. Just walk me through what it was like trying to keep up with someone with grip hacks.
Yeah, there was no chance. All I had to do was stay in front of him for as much as I could, and I didn't thought whatever chance I had is just to be in front of him this whole race, and I could not do that. He saved his rear tires way better than I did. I did not take care of them until like the second stint of the race, which was like the last one. But um, yeah, I didn't realize that front tires also did not really wear at all this race. So I could have pushed a little bit more in that first section of the track, but I was just trying to save for some reason on the front tires. Didn't even realize. But I will take a second place. I'm not sure where I'll be in points, but I think I'm somehow gonna be very close to leading points. For as much bad luck I've had for like maybe 2, 3 races, something like that. But and missing the first 2 as well. So yeah, I'll take it. Feels like a win to me to finish on the lead lap. So yep.
Yeah, and one more thing here is, next week we're gonna be all-star racing,
Ooh.
and your boy's gonna be racing.
Oh boy.
And I think this is a plate track, so we better be pushing each other.
Oh.
They could sue Atlanta Super Speedway. If I remember correctly, I may be wrong.
They should just take that place apart and bring it back to the old days.
I agree.
Yeah.
But should be a lot of fun next week to be racing against my fellow All-Stars, and I'm gonna give a shout to Cameron Caldwell because when I asked him, I was like, "Can I race?" And he's like, "Why wouldn't you be able to?" So I appreciate that. Any sponsors or shout outs you want to give?
I want to shout out JCTV, Reese's, Ream, Good Wrench, all those sponsors, teammates, Kissenbrook Racing, and special shout out to Braden Cisco. Bang.
Oh, Braden Cisco. No. I'm going to stop right. He doesn't get no shout out. Braden, go away. Get out of here. All right, Ethan. It's your second place finisher, Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Season 4, I think you were. Yeah, season 4 champion, Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Thank you for your time.
Sure. Appreciate it.
And down here in victory lane with the Michigan man, Tristan Maher. Tristan, what? Why did you not bring a truck to the track? Why did you bring a GTD Pro Corvette that was built by Pratt Miller?
I don't know. I don't know why everybody else didn't bring a Corvette truck, but that's what I did, and it worked out for me.
It worked out great for you. You finished half a track ahead of second place, and everybody else a lap or more down. What an incredible drive from you. Did you have the confidence that this race would be one that you could win?
I thought, I'd have a pretty good chance to win. Excuse my daughter in the background. I thought I'd have a pretty good chance to win. I didn't think that I would be as strong on the long run as I was. But it ended up just being that way, after the first after the green flag. Ethan got around me and kind of disappointed a little bit. And I just kind of put my head down and rode behind him and saved my stuff. I could kind of tell he was pushing a little bit hard. And then I got the chance to pass him. I passed him, and I was like, you know what? I'm done saving. I'm done riding. It's go time, and that's when I dropped the hammer.
And you never looked back after that. It was a wild one, as you still had a lot of cars or trucks to pass that were slower. Put them a lap down, and this track just very fast, very wild, crazy, and doing it. I think, how many laps do we do? 82 officially? 82 times? 82 times. So just, I mean, how hard was it to stay focused through getting through all of that?
I don't think, I was kind of thinking about this during the race. So I was like, man, I'm I'm in the zone right now. You know, I was feeling focused. I was feeling good. I do want to shout out everybody else on the track, because every other truck on the racetrack was super respectful tonight. You know, they didn't make it super hard to get around lap traffic or anything. So good on everybody. Thank you for being respectful and not making it too hard on me.
All right. Well, one last chance here. Sponsors, shout outs. Who gets it done for you behind that 3? Pratt Miller, I'm sorry, Radius Racing Corvette truck.
Got to shout out Radius Racing, all my teammates. They're all super helpful as far as race strategy goes, and you know, just talking throughout the race, and super informative and good guys. Obviously, got to shout out Cam for the Corvette truck paint scheme. C2 graphics looking pretty good. Want to shout out JCTV. You guys opened the booth. Appreciate you guys broadcasting. Sorry, I know it's loud. Appreciate you guys broadcasting. I'm always excited to go back through and watch it.
I was just gonna say your daughter and dog are just celebrating.
Yeah, they are. It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I got people coming in, and my dog's barking, and my daughter yelling, and all that stuff.
Well, congrats on the race win, and we'll see you next week.
All right, man. Thank you.
Race winner, Tristan Maher here at Lime Rock. So, a couple things to talk about. First things first. Based on the minimum start requirements, Justin Durand, Alonso Chicano, Andrew Elias, and Cody McCorkle have all officially locked themselves into the playoffs. Of course, those drivers all with a win on the season and making the minimum starts required. Other drivers that have won still have a chance to lock themselves in here in the next coming weeks. The other thing is, I didn't mention it at all tonight. I kind of forgot all about it because of all the action that was happening on track. But the bracket, the mid-season madness tournament bracket thingy, there's 4 drivers left, and it's going to be Ethan Fonseca Moreno versus Brett Bennett, and Justin Rand versus Micah Walls, which is going to take place at the next race that we head to. That is a regular season race, because it was mentioned earlier, of course, the All-Star race next week, which is going to be at the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Yeah, and this bracket challenge, this isn't, just for money. You get points too, and it automatically locks you in if you're not a winner. Which right now, Brett Bennett and Michael Walls have not won a race yet this season, so they could really use not only those points but that instant lock into the playoffs.
And the next 2 races, Talladega and Richmond.
Yeah, that's wild. So really, anyone could win this. This could end up being Brett versus Micah, and then that's gonna throw a whole monkey wrench into the playoff situation, isn't it?
Oh, for sure, Gonna be pretty interesting in the coming weeks to see how all this is gonna play out. I'm really excited. We still have a long way to go before we even get to the playoffs, but so much fun to come. Let's go ahead and actually look at our schedule. If I can hit the right button here. There we go. So, in the middle column, right in the middle, March 23rd, that's tonight, Lime Rock. The next points paying race is Talladega, April 6th. But it is Atlanta Motor Speedway. That is the All-Star race. March 30th, 1 week from tonight. That is going to be a fun and exciting one to see. Pretty much 2 plate races back to back for these drivers. One of them for bragging rights, the other for, well, chance at a playoff, chance at a win, chance at, to advance to the next round of the bracket challenge. So, a lot of drama coming up.
For sure. A lot of unique racetracks.
So that's going to do it from us here at JCTV. Still a lot of action coming up. Next week, TNR will kick us off on the week. And I wish I had the schedule for you. TNR will be at Kern County. I should have known that. I just had to buy the track so that I could commentate that race. Kern County. Going to be Monday night for the TNR trucks. Tuesday night, Sly Job. They head to their all-star race, which, I don't know. John, have they even announced what track it's going to be?
I don't know what track it's going to be. I'm sorry. I can't help you there.
All right, so
I should know, but I don't.
I don't. Last I knew, they hadn't announced it.
We'll figure that out as we go.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere. So, all-star race, Tuesday night for the Slide Job Racing League, unknown track. Wednesday night, NASCAR Cup Series has the week off, but I'm pretty positive that their truck series is going to race on Wednesday nights instead of Monday, or this upcoming Wednesday night instead of Monday like they normally do, and they are going to be at the Wild West track, and I believe that it is going to be on JCTV. The truck series, not a league we typically broadcast at all, but could be a fun one. Thursday night, the Set Coast to Coast Cup Series. They head to Kansas Speedway, which is going to start their little mid-season tournament. And then Friday night, the DI9 Designs NOR Series will be at Bristol Dirt. I know Jonathan Parker is very much so looking forward to that one being over.
Hopefully I finish on the lead lap. That's all I want.
And then, as mentioned, the All-Star Race for the Blazer Sim Racing AMSOIL Truck Series right here, all on JCTV. Big shout out to all the drivers, fans, and the admins of the series. And on behalf of Jonathan Parker, I'm Joshua Copperl, signing off, saying so long, take care, and we will see you next time.